What's going on, guys? Today, just about an hour ago, at the Sony State of Play, they literally just released the Tekken 8 gameplay. And it's pretty much the official announcement trailer, that's what they have it titled as. But I think of it as the official gameplay trailer, because this whole trailer is gameplay. Even Harada himself said it is. It is taken from story mode, but he said it's gameplay. It's rendered in real time. So without further ado, we're just gonna get into this intro and then we'll break it down.
Money back, everybody wanna know.
Alright, so here we go. We're just gonna let it play through and then I'll rewind it and we can break it down together. This is my second take because my mic was muted last time, so. And I'm pretty sure the game volume was a little loud, so even if I did have my mic on, you probably wouldn't have been able to hear me. But just look at these graphics, man. You can actually see the water pouring down Kazuya's skin. Like, the graphics were really good. The characters got wet in, like, the G helipad. I forgot what it was called. But the helipad stage where it rained, like, it gave the characters a little bit of shine, so you could tell they were wet, but just the amount of detail on this, you can literally see the trickles of water. Next-gen fighting games are going to be nuts, but I'll just shut up so you guys can watch this. And again, this is all real-time gameplay. Alright, double form. Or wait, not yet. That's right. Oh yeah, right here. So I think this might be some kind of super or rage art. But yeah, that, oh my god. Tekken 8. Stay tuned. So, I'll get into that later on when we could possibly see Tekken 8 again. So if we just rewind it, we'll go back to the beginning. Okay, so I think this kind of like might be an intro thing. Like characters clash and then that happens, round one fight. So if you guys know Jin, you know that that's his legacy 1, 2, 4 string. And if you don't know anything about Tekken, Tekken is a legacy game. So characters like Jin and Kazuya have had the same moves since Tekken 1. So each new Tekken, they just build up upon the characters and give them a few new moves, adjust their frame data and whatnot. So you see, this is a mid-game clash. In Tekken 7, clashes only happen when you or your opponent are low on health and are on the final hit. So maybe mid-game clashes are gonna happen now? Or slowdowns? That's what I meant to call them, slowdowns. So that's Kazuya's like running 3 or up forward 3. 1, 2. I was like 1, 2, down forward 4, or 2, 1, 4. No, that was 1, 2, 4. It was like a direction though. And you see right here, Kazuya does a little bit of a sway. Or is that a backdash? So the movement. Ah, okay. So that looks like kind of a backdash. This is what I'm really interested in, because that's one thing with Tekken 7 is, or just Tekken in general, is the movement. It's one reason why a lot of people can't really get into Tekken, is because of the high skill skill ceiling, my apologies, with the movement, because you really do have to practice moving and like backdashing. So there's a technique called Korean backdashing. So I'm wondering how they are going to change the movement in this game. So you see him kind of do like a backdash or sway. I'm not sure about this, if this is like cinematic or they just did this for... Maybe it's kind of like a finisher to the string. I feel like they made some of the gameplay cinematic just to make it. And right here, okay, so you see Jin and Kazuya clash, but Kazuya wins the trade. I don't know what's kind of going on here. I don't know why Kazuya wins that. But then you see him do a little bit of a combo. So he does 2 electrics, and then he does a screw. So it looks like screws will be returning. You can see him kind of do the screw animation, land on his back, and then Kazuya goes for the hell sweep punch ender. Kind of goes into this little cinematic effect. Why are we not full screen? My bad. But then Jin goes into devil form. So I don't know what's really going on here. Right here reminds me of a Rage Art, kind of. Because in, you know, in Tekken 7, I'll try to have a clip of Devil Jin Super. But he kind of just like knocks them up into the air and then shoots them with their laser, or with his laser. But this, he just kind of like does this weird screw punch that goes through him. So I think Supers slash Rage Arts might be returning. I'm curious about Rage Drives, if they'll be making a comeback. But I'm just overall excited to see what this game is about. And you notice they say stay tuned. That's what I want to get into. Stay tuned. That's another thing. PS5. I really hope this is not a PS5 exclusive. Please, Harada, make it PC. I really hope it's on PC, because I don't want to have to try to get a PS5, even though I should try to get one. But kind of need money for that I don't have. So stay tuned. We'll probably see more Tekken gameplay on December 8th. And if you don't know what December 8th is, that is the Game Awards. One of the biggest gaming events now. It's kind of taken over E3. So it usually happens in December, near the end of the year. I guess you can call it a gamer's Christmas, literally. And it's host, you know, Jeff Keighley, but great host. Anyway, stay tuned. That's when we'll probably see more Tekken 8, and even the Game Awards official Twitter posted when the last Tekken 8 reveal happened. They pretty much posted or retweeted that post. So we're most likely going to see Tekken 8 at the Game Awards. And then I have this little blog post on PlayStation from what Harada said about the game. So we kind of have some more details regarding the game. So hi, this is Harada, chief producer of Tekken Project. We have kept you waiting for a long time, but we're finally able to announce that Tekken 8 is in production. We've kind of figured that. Have you seen the trailer yet? We just watched it. This trailer, so this is the start of the blog and like what he says about the game. So this trailer was actually taken directly from a certain part of the current work in progress Tekken 8's story mode. So like I said, it was in story mode, but this was, he'll get into it, played on PlayStation 5. In other words, all the character models, backgrounds, and effects are the same ones that are used in-game, meaning when you're fighting. So although this was captured from story mode, it is not a pre-rendered movie made for the trailer, but rather real-time rendered footage running at 60 frames per second. Similar to how you would experience the in-game visuals, or in-game versus battle modes. So this is literally gameplay. is what he's saying. Of course, some of the effects, dialogue, as well as the camera angle is currently being updated and may change when the game launches. So that's a given. Not everything we see now is going to be the same when the game launches. The Tekken series has always been known for the dramatic pre-rendered movies from its story mode, and in addition, we also have plenty of other exciting content from Tekken 8 we should very much like to show you. However, for our first announcement, we chose to focus on the content that showcases the quality of this game on PS5. And I'm glad they did, because I was not expecting this. This was literally the first thing they showed on the PlayStation State of Play. So in the trailer, you can see this level of quality and the newly created playable character models that completely sets itself apart from the current Tekken 7. That's a given. The graphics just look completely different. And in little details like how little details how water droplets run down the character's skin. This is not footage created solely for trailer purposes, but an actual real-time rendering of what is happening on the game screen. So this is all, again, I hate sounding like a broken record, but in-game gameplay. Also, if you pay attention to the background during the battle, you can see the dynamic waves and tornadoes. A huge tanker gradually breaking apart, storm rendering so realistic that you can feel the wind pressure, the density of the rain. So it seems like they're trying to go for dynamic stages in this Tekken, as to where in the past Tekkens there weren't pretty much any dynamic stages. So this is a neat little feature. It'll have a cool little visual while you're fighting. I hope it's not too distracting, but that's actually a cool little addition, having little dynamic stages. Hopefully it doesn't like affect walls or anything. I hope it's just purely like cosmetic in the back. So these are all battle stage effects to be used in this title. We are of course working hard to enhance the quality even further. In the latest version of the work in progress build, the quality is dynamically improving each day, with the giant tanker moving closer to the shore in the background and large flames flare up near where the character is standing. We hope you look forward to seeing them in game. Well, of course, I hope they have a beta. And I hope it's on PC, but I doubt it. Also, the Tekken series holds the record for being the longest running story in a video game. Just as the ending dialogue of Tekken 7 mentioned, this new entry will focus on the father and son showdown between Kazuya Mishima and Jin Kazama. So that raises a question. Is Heihachi dead? I think he might be dead. I don't think we're going to get Heihachi in this game. And if we do, it'll probably be DLC, of course. So, but it sounds like this is just solely between Jin and Kazuya. So, yeah. But that also raises another question. Will we see characters like June return? I think that's Jin's sister, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, so as for the meaning of the scene in the trailer and how significant it is to the main story, we look forward to finding out when the game releases. However, the game is still in development, so I'm afraid we'll have to ask you to wait a little longer. So my prediction for Tekken 8's release date, since there's EVO Japan next year, so Tekken 7 will be a part of EVO Japan, which is in March, or end of March, beginning of April. So my prediction for us getting Tekken 8 would probably be the end of next year. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope, again, this is not just a PC or PlayStation exclusive. I really hope it's PC too. Even Xbox, please bring it to Xbox. Bandai probably has a contract with Sony, so we'll see. But anyway, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you click that like button, and for more fighting game content, subscribe. Have a good day. Peace.